Greg Smith has just one Brier appearance in his career, but he made his presence known. The Newfoundland and Labrador skip played in the 2018 Brier in Regina as Brad Gushu's team wore Team Canada colors as the defending champion. At just 21, Smith was the youngest skip in the field and quickly endeared himself to the Saskatchewan crowd with his flamboyant personality, intense shot calling, and animated celebrations. Newfoundland and Labrador won just one game that week, but Smith became a star.
Hi to my cats at home and my fam.
Randy Ferbey was the skip for one of the most famous curling rinks in history. The Ferbey Four worked hard on the ice to capture 4 Brier titles in 5 years, but that didn't stop them from having a good time off of it. Ferbey insisted that his team spend time at the Brier Patch to mingle with fans and enjoy themselves almost every night.
And what brings you here?
Well, there's these guys, this Randy Ferbey team going for their 4th consecutive Brier, so we thought we'd come hang out.
Did you normally dress like this on normal nights, or what?
Matt Baldwin might be the sport's first colorful curler. Baldwin broke out into the scene as a young and charismatic skip at the 1954 Brier in his hometown of Edmonton, playing against curlers twice his age. Baldwin went 9-1 that week and became the youngest skip to capture the Canadian Championship at age 27. With his final shot of the tournament, Baldwin delighted the crowd when he slid halfway down the sheet before releasing the rock, a move that was allowed at the time but never attempted. The rock stopped right on the button, cementing Baldwin's status as a rock star. Two-time Brier champ Russ Howard is probably the loudest curler ever to step onto the pebbled ice. His patented hurry hard screams coined the nickname the Wounded Moose.
It is to get the juices set up.
In fact, Howard yelled so loud, he once lost his voice during the 1989 Brier in Saskatoon, forcing the skip to use a walkie-talkie system to communicate with his teammates. The Canadian Curling Association was forced to make a rule banning the devices from competition. Manitoba curling legend Orest Meleschuk played in an era when drinking and smoking on the ice was allowed, and the man known as the Big O wasn't shy of doing just that. Meleschuk won the 1972 Brier and World Championship after stealing a single point in the extra end of the final against the Americans, thanks to the coveted Curse of Lamonti. Meleschuk also played in the first ever Battle of the Sexes, losing to Saskatchewan's Vera Pezer. Easily the most popular curler to come out of Quebec, Guy Hemmings was a favorite throughout his career because of his affectionate interactions with fans, his classic bedhead hair, and his charisma on the ice. Fans fell in love with Hemmings during the 1998 Brier final against Wayne Madaw, when he changed the score to favor his side during a power outage at the Winnipeg Arena. Hemmings may have lost the game, but he won the appreciation of those in attendance. Sam Richardson won 4 Brier titles playing second for his brother Ernie in the late 1950s and early 60s, and then coached Jack McDuff's Newfoundland and Labrador rink to the province's first Canadian championship in 1976. But Sam's popularity skyrocketed after his playing career when he became an after-dinner speaker, captivating audiences for years with his engaging and entertaining curling tales. It's safe to say there isn't a lead in curling history that's gotten more interview requests than Ben Hebert. The two-time Olympian has never been afraid to say what he's felt, whether it be to the media or on the ice with some colorful language.
Guys, we had 11 on the clock. Listen, we make that shot if you don't run out here. And the clock didn't go to 0. We talked to the guy.
Yeah, the clock.
Holy sh**. I don't want you to give me a deuce.
Okay.
The shot's made. If he doesn't run out and tell BJ not to, we're sweeping it.
Sporting long, messy hair, a full beard, plaid pants, and a big personality, Paul Gowsell was known as the rebel of curling during the 70s and 80s. Gowsell's stories are famous as the Calgarian used to travel from Bonspiel to Bonspiel in an old, beat-up Chrysler van, and he wasn't shy when it came to having a good time after the games. Gowsell earned the nickname of Pizza Paul when he once ordered a pizza during a game while playing in a Bonspiel in Regina. Coming in at the number 1 spot, Ed Werenich is the most colorful curler of all time. The Wrench won 2 Briers and 2 World Curling Championships, making headlines along the way with his colossal clashes with Curling Canada. It all came to a head in 1987 when Curling Canada said they would disqualify Werenich if he didn't shed some pounds ahead of the Canadian Olympic trials.
They asked me to lose 21 pounds. My weigh-in weight was 204. I have to get down to 183. They asked me to do 20 curl-ups and 25 push-ups, improve my aerobic capacity, and improve my flexibility, both of those by 25%.
Werenich has plenty of stories to tell as well.
Not only did we win the cars, we stayed over for 4 or 5 days to play in another bonspiel. In those 4 or 5 days, we sat in the Village Inn, which was a strip bar, and we'd put a local ad on the sports cast in the local radio station that we had these 4 cars for sale. And if they wanted a great deal, to come see us in the bar. So the guys are coming over and making us offers on these cars. At the same time, they're buying us drinks, and we just had a great time. For 4 days, it was just a riot because we sold the cars, I believe, for an average of about $5,000 each, and had a great time to boot. It was kind of fun.
The Wrench is also known for his epic rivalry with curler Russ Howard, as the 2 Hall of Famers battled each other to get to the Brier out of Ontario for years. Werenich also went head-to-head with the colourful Marilyn Bodo in a great Battle of the Sexes competition.